Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Fullmetal Alchemist 2003. I'm really excited to get into these next two episodes because we kind of left off the last two episodes on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm really curious to see where that storyline with that kid is going to go and whether we might lose some more characters, because why the fuck not? It seems like that lady might die, the lady that taught it how to do alchemy, and there's just been a lot of interesting developments and excitement in the last two episodes where it makes me feel like we're finally getting to that part of the show which is like the most exciting. Which, that is not to say that the previous episodes have not been exciting, it's just that I feel like I just haven't been feeling weird about the way the story has been developing, and the pacing, I guess, maybe has been a little bit of an issue. But the last two episodes, honestly, were really exciting, and I feel like I said, we're getting in the parts of the show which I'm actually kind of nostalgic about, and interested about, and excited about. So yeah, I just can't wait to continue. Because we are, at this point, past the half point of the show. According to my calculations, I think we have about 11 more Nostalgia Trip episodes before I am done with Fullmetal Alchemist 2003. And for those of you who haven't realized, because I don't know how recently I've mentioned it, after I'm done with this show, I will be moving back to continue my reactions to Generator Rex. And then after that show, the likely show that I'm going to be starting to react to will be Ben 10. I'm not still solidly decided on whether it is going to be Ben 10, but I'm leaning very much towards it. Because I've thought about it for a while, and I think it's about time. Anyway, back to the show. The episodes that we're going to be checking out in today's video are going to be episode 31, Sin, and episode 32, Dante of the Deep Forest, which is kind of a weird name that doesn't really give me much of details about what the episode could possibly be about. But we still have to kind of solve the development of the last couple of episodes, and it seems like we are kind of again in a little bit of like a story arc in the past couple of episodes with us meeting the teacher, just like how we were with a bunch of episodes at Lab 5. So hopefully I think we might be done with this little arc in the next couple of episodes, so there's that. But there's only one way to find out what's gonna happen, so without further ado, let's start off the reaction with episode 31, Sin, in 3, 2, 1. Man, this character has been featured so much. Like, I've said that for several characters, but sometimes it's crazy how much certain characters have been shown in the show, considering how minor they seem to be when they're introduced.
Right? They haven't done anything.
If Scar is there with them, then they're guilty of harboring a fugitive. That's treason.
But still,
Fuck
don't
you.
Think we're going a little overboard here?
You criticizing the orders of a superior officer?
No, well, of course
Yes.
not. I was just...
Our objective is to locate and capture Scar. Most likely, we should have no resistance from the Ishbalans.
I read a report before we were stationed here. It said some Ishbalan refugees had been assaulted by ruffians claiming to be military. These people may not trust us right now.
Yeah. When would they have ever? Isn't the military the reason why Ishbalans are refugees in the first place?
Those markings on your arm.
What about them?
Humankind cannot gain anything without first...
You know, I would really like for this show and its characters to start fucking explaining shit.
Zolf Kimbley, the Crimson Alchemist.
He's a state alchemist?
You were supposed to be executed years ago. Charged with disobeying the military's direct orders in Ishbal.
Well, that's one way of putting it. Another would be that I made women and children go boom. The powers that be decided to keep me alive.
But why?
I'm not sure. Perhaps that gentleman there behind you has the answer.
How should I know?
Are you just going to stand there allowing this chaos to go on? You heard him! Arrest them! Arrest every one of them! Sir!
Wait,
Teacher!
wait, is that
Is
a fucking it's the homunculi shapeshifter.
Please, teacher, wait.
She is shapeshifting as the military guy. That's why he said fifth side. Because it's the homunculi.
You should give me more credit. I'm used to dealing with muscles like yours, only more beautiful and graceful.
Man, she's a badass.
I heard of something like this once. It's a skill that transmutes materials in a body into a gunpowder-like substance. Then it's compressed rapidly to cause a huge explosion. Why are you bothering us? What do you want here?
We've come here for the child. Our boss has an interest in him.
He'd also like to have a word with the two of you. It seems there's some business to discuss.
Fuck you,
That's
both
so.
of you. Good job.
Did the Fullmetal one say your arm and leg belong to him?
Yes?
Well, maybe that explains how you were able to come through the gate and survive all this time on your own.
Kate. Kate!
Easy. You don't have to be alone any longer, little one. Now, eat out. Come on.
So homunculis come through the gate whenever somebody tries to perform a human transmutation? Is that what they're saying?
The reason is because I'm not human. I'm a homunculus. And since you're enjoying them as well, that means you're not human either.
Yeah, I feel like the thing on his leg kind of tells you that.
It's nice to meet the famous Crimson Alchemist.
Yeah, you too.
Well, as Armstrong pointed out, you should be dead. By whose authority were you kept alive? Was it the Fuhrer, or did Boss Gron make that decision on his own?
Beats me.
Do you have any intention of returning to your service in the military? I can make it happen, if you wanted to.
Teacher!
Will you take that dildo?
Major Armstrong.
Oh, the agony, the pain. That woman is most definitely your teacher. Even with my elegant attack, I was defeated.
Thanks for your help, Major. I kinda had a feeling things were gonna turn out like this.
Yeah.
You're holding the wrong place.
Go on, boy, and start doing
What you were meant to do.
That is such a fucking cheap trick, man. I hate it.
Did you apprehend the Elric brothers and that woman?
No, sir. With all the personnel here, I felt securing this crumbling building was a higher priority, so I came back.
Major. No. Wherever they go, they have nowhere to return to besides the military. Search the premises for the Fuhrer again.
Why do
just
you
to be
think
sure.
so?
Sir!
They're only using the military anyway.
You gotta know where she is. Just
It's a
tell
means
us.
to an end.
The place where the human transmutation happened. The same place that Izumi lost her child. And then transmuted its body in a desperate attempt to bring it back to life.
How did you find out? Oh!
I knew it.
Man, that is so fucking dark. I really wonder how Brotherhood compares in terms of its darkness to this show. Oh my god, what the fuck? That is so fucked up. Are you trying to kill him?
What's wrong? If you don't, then I'll tell you.
You bastard! Don't touch him!
Leave him alone.
But we saw him. He was trying to kill you.
I brought him out here because I was planning on killing him.
But
I
why?
am the one who deserves to die.
What do you mean? Why?
I feel like it's a wrong way to handle it to mercy kill the child. It's better to help him and make him feel accepted.
And attempted to perform a human transmutation.
Because just because it's a homunculi doesn't mean it has to be evil.
When I awoke, I was once again in front of that gate. Edward, what did you see when you looked into it?
Everything. Everything there is to know about alchemy, life, everything. I felt like all the knowledge of the world was pouring into me. The truth was in there.
Yeah, we already heard that.
It looked like hell to me. And I gave him to it. That's where I left the child.
And what did you get in return? Man, that gate is so fucking cool and creepy. I really want to learn more about it.
There's no way the child you have is the same boy that's here now.
When I looked at him, I knew there wasn't any doubt. If the child from that time had grown up, then this is the age he would be.
Either because of love or out of foolish curiosity, human transmutations are attempted. And when these attempts all backfire, a different life is created. A being that has its own body and mind, but no soul.
A homunculi.
The damned are born. That is a homunculus.
Yep, I already guessed that.
And how do you know about all of this? Who told you?
Envy helped me remember where I'm from and what I am.
Envy? You've seen that monster?
I have. Envy was born the exact same way. So were the other homunculi, all thanks to idiots like you who decided to play God. And now all we
So that means that there is a homunculi of their mom. And it's probably that secretary.
What'd you do with the skull?
Why, I smashed it into little pieces, of course.
Ah, I see. So you've taken and hidden it somewhere. Don't worry, I'll find it and put you right back where you were.
Like I let you.
Why are you two fighting against each other?
From the news I've been getting lately, we've got a brand new member around here.
He has nothing to do with you, Green.
He doesn't, but I still want to live and be free. And to make that happen, I need a few more allies.
That's too bad.
Why? Who is wanting to kill you? I really feel like an observer to a battle that has been waged for a long time and like I do not know anything about
There's
it.
a new lust, too, which means that the 7 of us have assembled for the first time in a long time.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Green.
7 deadly sins?
I may be greedy, but I'm still not a fool. I have no intention of fighting 2 homunculi at the same time.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's gotta be their mom.
We'll have to deal with them at another time. Where's Raph?
Oh, I imagine he should be with the full metal boy now.
The boy is called Raph now, huh?
One day, an idiot dropped by. He had already given his leg and now he stuck his arm across the threshold. He was screaming and crying, "Give me back my little brother!" I took his limbs for myself. After a long time, I was able to open the gate with my newfound power. And I finally came out of the darkness.
This can't be.
Thank you for the arm and leg. Thank you for this incomplete life. Nothing can match my gratitude. Not even my hate.
But then, if they do not have soul, why are there homunculi in the gate? What is the gate? Is it hell? What is it supposed to be?
Ow, that hurt! Your metal body's not the one I'm after.
Brother, if you're not going to do this, then I will.
Al, please don't do it.
I have to. His arm and leg are my brother's. The things he lost because of me. It's all my fault.
No.
All this time we've been trying to get our normal bodies back. Nothing's going to stop me now.
It's so cute when the little bro gets so agitated. Okay, another a little bit of a slow exposition episode, so it wasn't as exciting as the previous two, but I still enjoyed this one. But like I said during the reaction, I feel like for episodes like this one, I really feel like I'm just a third observer to a conflict that has been waged for a while. Like, I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by that. It's like, it genuinely feels like I'm halfway through a show and like I have not watched the beginning. Like, it feels like the show hasn't really done its job to explain to me all the conflicts between the characters and who they are and where they stand, so can I actually have an informed opinion about them. And it's kind of frustrating because of that, because I don't know who to side with in situations like where there's greed and envy and whoever the other homunculi was facing off against each other. I don't know on whose side I should be. Like, I feel like it is kind of cool that the show is so great that I'm constantly struggling to root for somebody, but at the same time it is kind of annoying because there's no clear side to root for. And I feel like that kind of ruins my reactions for whatever reason. I don't know. Still, it does seem like we are slowly moving to exciting storylines and exciting events happening. And yeah, hopefully next episode is gonna be more like the previous two. Like, the thing is, I don't like episodes like this one. At least for the reaction side of things, I just don't really feel like they work that well. Because I feel like for most of the episode, I'm just staring blankly at the screen because I don't really have anything to say about it. I don't really have any thoughts about it. While for episodes like the previous two, I did. So I'm looking more for episodes like that. But yeah, I feel like, in a way, maybe, since the things that seem to excite me the most about this show are the things that I kind of remember from when I was a kid, I think that it is the case because I'm nostalgic for those things. That's why I'm curious to see where they go, but like, I just want to get to those things and don't really care about the rest of the story. And that is kind of annoying for me because I want to... Like, the reason why I do this series of Nostalgia Trip is because I wanted to see the full picture of all these shows that I watched as a kid that I haven't either watched in years as a whole, or I have just not watched all of the episodes of said shows. And it's because I wanted to experience the whole thing, because I haven't been able to for all these years. Because like when I started reacting, actually it's not when I started reacting, but like back in 2018, I went on a bit of a nostalgia binge of the 2003 TMNT series, and that is kind of where my idea for doing these reactions to cartoons that I loved as a kid came from, you know? Because I really enjoyed watching episodes of TMNT 2003 that I hadn't seen before, but that I had known existed. So it was really cool seeing the full picture. But the thing is, with this show, it feels like I'm just excited to get to the things that I remember about this show, that I remember exciting me. Like, a lot of the things towards the end. Like, I think I remember the movie, and something about the gate, and I obviously remember Ed sacrificing his body parts and everything. Like, there's certain memories I have about this show, not many, but it really seems like we haven't really gotten to any of them, and I feel like this show without the nostalgia is not a show that I would like, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Because I even remember as a kid that this show's concept was interesting. I liked the concept of alchemy, and I liked the general vibe of the show and everything, and the look and everything, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't exactly entertaining to me. It didn't manage to keep my attention when I was a kid. And it seems like it's also like that as an adult as well. I feel like I might actually be able to do a better reaction of this show. I don't know, after I've already seen it. Essentially, I feel like I would actually manage to do better reactions to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood after I have seen all of the original Fullmetal Alchemist. But the thing is, I don't know whether I would end up enjoying that show, because the second half of that show is probably going to be very different from the second half of this show, because when this show was being made, the manga was still being written, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. The point I'm trying to make is that I want to enjoy the show, but there are certain moments, certain parts of the episodes where I feel like the story is just kind of doing its own thing, and it doesn't really give a shit whether I'm entertained or whether I understand everything that is happening. I really feel like this show is better on a rewatch because of that. So I'm sorry if my reactions are not necessarily as entertaining as they should be, but nothing I can do about it, really. I'm doing my best as it is. But I feel like it's just the fault of the show, because like I said, in that situation where the three homunculi were meeting at the cliff edge, I just don't really understand their relationships to each other, and I feel like the show is also not doing a good job of teasing me with the mystery of learning about the relationship between these three. Because yes, I am curious about it, but the show is probably going to take 10 episodes until it explains it to me, and then it might become entertaining, but then it's probably going to move to another story, and that I feel like is a very annoying way of writing. Like, you should first introduce me to the characters, explain their backstory, and then let the plot happen, instead of kind of the other way around, where the plot happens, you introduce the characters, and then you give me the backstory. But yeah, going back to specific things about this episode, the thing that has spiked my curiosity the most is what are homunculi exactly? Because, like, from what we understand from how this kid homunculi came to be, it seems like they are, despite the fact that they have no soul, they still are some kind of beings. They are stuck in the gate, as we seem to see, and whenever somebody does human transmutation, they come through? Is that what we are led to believe is what's happening? So if they have no souls, then what are they before they get homunculi bodies? And also, what is the place where they are staying? And what is with the door? Because I thought alchemy in this show, at least based on things that we've been explained about it, it's like supposed to be like a law of nature, like gravity or the speed of light or whatever, but it seems more like it's kind of something more supernatural, or like multi-dimensional, like something like the Speed Force in the DC universe, or something like the sheer concept of like hell and heaven. Like, it's something a little bit more supernatural rather than scientific, based on that door, at least. Because, like, I can logic my way into believing and buying the transmutation kind of thing. aka, you have this mouse and you transmutate it into this pen. I can understand that, but I cannot understand how you get fucking transported to this fucking gate whenever you do human transmutation. I don't know, it's a little kind of weird, but I guess considering that souls exist in this universe, it also makes sense that it's gonna be something a little bit more supernatural. If you can transmutate a soul, I guess it explains why it's a little bit more supernatural. And honestly, that's why I'm also kind of excited about the ending, if it is what I remember it being. And I remember it being very sad. And there's something in regards to the ending that I don't want to spoil, but that I really want to talk about, that I think caused me to have a certain really, really weird and really cool dream. But again, I'm going to talk about it more once we get to the end of the show, but it is something really cool that I really want to talk about it. But I've also kind of talked about it before when I was reacting to Transformers Armada, so if you want to know what I'm going to talk about, go through those reactions, or wait until I upload the finale reaction to this show. But yeah, I went a little bit of a tangent there. Let's just get into the next episode and see where the story is going to go with episode 32, Dante of the Deep Forest, in 3, 2, 1. That kid is going to kill you.
Such a nuisance.
No!
Your brother's gonna help me crush it into pieces. All those
Man, why did you become such a fucking sadistic piece of shit?
I'll take everything you have left.
He can transmute his body into different materials by forming a circle with his left leg and right arm. Because he's a homunculus, he can shapeshift his body. But the real reason he can perform alchemy is...
Because he has both Edward's lost arm and leg.
Possible. This power isn't yours. It was stolen.
So that's
from my
why
brother.
they do the clapping, because they complete the circle. Is that the case?
No! Are you defending this homunculus? He isn't human.
Well, that's not the issue with it. The issue is that it's a sadistic piece of shit, not that he's a homunculus. Don't be a racist, Al. Jesus, Izumi, what the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to sing the fucking island?
You two boys are not to get involved in this, I command you. The boy is my sin, and mine alone to bear.
Teacher!
I don't think you can bear it for long.
Hurry, make sure Azumi's okay!
Hey, wait a minute! She told you guys to stop!
They just don't fucking listen. It's annoying. Because it makes me not able to fucking root for them. Huh?
Funny running into you here. According to ancient alchemic text and tradition, if a homunculus actually exists at all, it's spawned by an alchemist. The unwitting side effect when someone attempts a human transmutation.
Yup.
Your father wrote about it in his research as well.
I don't care about him. My reasons are no one's business.
That's not them, that's the homunculus. Come on, it's so fucking blatant.
Brother?
We can't let them find out about Azumi, okay?
I know.
But don't they know about
I
you?
think we managed to fool them.
It wasn't that hard.
What the fuck?
Dear Rat, that makes all 7 of us.
Now I think it's time we pay the old woman a visit. Lucky for us, it's close. I think we need to talk to her about greed.
Why greed?
Because a long time ago, she's the one who created him.
Who? Who created
But
greed?
why? Why would you tell my brother that heresy?
Your brother had a great thirst for knowledge. I simply did my duty to quench it. Yes, the only thing I did was hand down to him the ancient memories of our noble people.
Do you know what you've done?
New residences for you and your people have been arranged for you in the south. You will all be taken there soon.
Who the fuck are you to tell them where to go, you fucking military fascistic dictatorship?
But before we leave, all of your people must be registered, by face and by name.
I see. You're here on a manhunt.
I'm protected by the...
Thank you! Whoever did that, thank you!
He's been shot, but I didn't hear a gun.
Are you fucking kidding me? No! You fucking no!
Hold your fire! Hold your fire, you bastards!
Fucking military
Everyone, please stay
fucks!
calm. Who shot that man?
Time for crowd control, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
What are you waiting for? I need you to cover me right now. And clean that mess off your forehead, would you?
Sir.
Great crowd control, Mustang. Burn them, why don't you?
It's a shame.
I still don't understand how the rest of her fucking organs were able to still keep her alive. It's one thing to lose an arm and a leg. It's completely a different thing to lose your fucking half of your intestines.
Teacher, we need a lead. I know you can help us return our bodies to the way they were. We won't take no for an answer. Leave! We're not leaving.
Not without knowing how to get a Philosopher's Stone without human sacrifice. It's our only chance.
Leave!
We won't leave.
Then I'll cut you off. Do what you will.
We won't go. There must be a way for us to send that homunculus back to the other side.
That's none of your concern, boys. I told you the child is my responsibility.
We're willing to bear your sins with you, so you can help us bear ours.
Damn. That's a pretty strong speech.
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You guys, go back to the Devil's Nest and wait for me.
You're not going out there alone, are you?
I'm just curious about something.
Man, homunculus are very agile, it seems like.
Very well. Al, you say you have no memory of the other side of the gate, correct?
That's right.
Then maybe your body's still there along with your memories. But it sure won't be easy to retrieve them now.
Of course it won't, but we're up to the task. With the Philosopher's Stone, we may be able to open the gate again, but this time ignore the principle of equivalent exchange.
Equivalency. Tell me, do you really believe in that principle, Ed?
Of course he does. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. It's not just the law of alchemy, it's the way everything...
And how is an arm of equal value as a soul?
But my son lost his life before he was born, and what did he get in return? Absolutely nothing. There was no equivalency.
Exactly.
Pharmacist.
Is that the lady that created greed?
Something I've been meaning to ask you.
I think it is.
If it's true that homunculus is created from failed human transmutation...
Come on now, pick up the pace.
They're talking about their mom! Their mom! They mentioned that lady. Ed didn't want to acknowledge it, for whatever reason.
Anxious to meet you both.
What? I know you!
Hey, it's that lady!
I apologize for my actions when we last met.
What are you doing here?
Dante was kind enough to let me stay here as her apprentice.
And also, as I was saying, they acknowledged that lady. Ed didn't want to talk about her. She is so the homunculus of their mom. So definitely the case.
I'll be damned. How did I ever get so lucky?
It's called plot convenience, dude.
In her mansion? Well, as long as I'm here, I should have some fun. You can't be serious. You're a fellow state alchemist. Tell me you don't want it to.
We just got a message from Greed. He's got a job for us.
You really look like your father, Ed. I knew him very well.
You knew him?
He sought after the Philosopher's Stone as well.
Tell us more.
How the fuck did you know him?
Living now. I don't care.
Brother.
Somebody has daddy issues.
Damn you!
You surprised? I call it the ultimate shield.
Holy fuck, he beat the shit out of him with that punch. Are you a one-punch man?
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to come with us now.
Why are you so nice? I thought you were the bad guys.
Don't be ridiculous. How old are you?
14?
If you're that old, you should be able to think and act for yourself by now, am I right? Listen, kid, if you ever want to be a man, then you gotta act like one. You can't let your teacher run your life forever, right?
Right. I should think for myself.
Now you're talking. Then we're clear. You're gonna come with that.
Nope.
I decided not to go with strangers. That's my decision and mine alone.
Hell yeah.
This should be fun.
Well, that's a pickle. How are we gonna get out of this one, huh? Okay, so yeah, these two episodes definitely weren't as exciting as the previous two. They weren't bad by any means, but they definitely weren't as exciting as the previous two episodes. I feel like those just had so much development, so much shocking reveals, and the fact that I was able to predict stuff just really is super, super exciting. But again, we're at least moving the plot along, and we're getting further in the story of this show, and we're finally getting to Greed being the bad guy, apparently. So that means that hopefully we're going to be getting to some of the scenes that we see in the opening of this show, hopefully. Because that's kind of what I'm waiting for, I think. Because I feel like the intro, the third intro of the show that we're having right now, looks really cool. And it has the exact vibe and exact memory that I have for this show. But the show itself doesn't really live up to that, and that is kind of annoying. I feel like that's where my dissonance with this show kind of comes from, because the intros remind me of what I remember the show being, but the show itself doesn't really. And it's kind of annoying because I want it to be like that. I remember it being like that, and I want to enjoy it like that, but it feels like the intro and the show itself are like from two completely different universes in a way. So yeah, I don't know. It wasn't bad episodes. There's definitely parts of them that I like, but they definitely just weren't as exciting as the previous two. And hopefully we're gonna get to more exciting stuff. And I'm sorry if these reactions are not as entertaining. It is annoying for me as well. Let me be clear in that regard. It is annoying for me as well that these episodes are kind of iffy, and that I'm not as enthusiastic or as into them as I should be. But I think that just goes to show how much nostalgia and how much specific type of structure for an episode, how important the structure of an episode is to an entertaining reaction. Because, like, if I was watching them on my own, these episodes are fine. They're definitely enjoyable, but I don't think they're necessarily entertaining when it comes to them being episodes that I'm reacting to. Because, like I've talked about it this before, I seem to have different standards for quality when I'm reacting to something versus when I'm watching it for myself. When I'm watching it for myself, I'm much more positive. Because there is no requirement for an episode to make me be excited or shocked or surprised and all those different reactions. But when I do a reaction, there is, because I have to make an entertaining video. So whenever an episode doesn't give me that, I obviously feel like it's not good. Even though that's probably not a standard I should judge the episodes by, but I do anyway. So yeah, we definitely got a lot of plot development in these two episodes and a lot of relationship development and everything, but I don't know. I like the story with the kid. Like, the 3 episodes with the kid were actually pretty entertaining, but I feel like this one especially was kind of weak. The most exciting part about it is, I think, the prospect of the homunculi of Edenau's mom, because that's who I think the secretary is, because Edenau kind of mentioned it when they saw her on the beach, but they didn't really want to talk about it, because I think they know that that's the homunculi of their mom, but again, they don't want to mention it. Because it's a hard thing to talk about. And also because they probably decided that they're obviously not gonna try to bring back their mom at this point, so they just don't want to even consider her existence. Yeah, I don't know. Again, these were not bad episodes, especially the previous one, but I just don't really think they gave me that much excitement. So for this one, I don't remember how I rated the previous episode and whether I even rated it, but for this one I am going to go with an 8 out of 10. It just wasn't that exciting. And there's these certain parts of these episodes which have the characters doing things that cause me frustration, not because they're doing dumb things or because I'm frustrated with how it's being written, but the actions of the characters are frustrating. Like the bad guys manipulating the Ish balance in the military into fighting each other. It's just frustrating to see everybody be so dumb like that. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'm gonna enjoy the next 2 episodes more than I did for these ones, but we're not gonna find out until we check them out, so let's just go and do that. But yeah, anyway, what did you guys think about these 2 episodes? Comment your thoughts down below, let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 1 patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do. That being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman. I'm not quite sure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people, but that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really accept the fact that I'm trans if they found out, there is not really a feasible or easy way for me to transition here with minimal repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything, so if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's fine, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me out get out of this situation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!